Welcome to Fantasy Baseball. I'm Dan O'Day along with Steve Romano. Hey, Steve.
How's it going, Dan?
It's going good because we're about to talk about DraftMasters Roto League. It's a 10-team league. This is our 19th year. We meet up live for a live auction draft in Vegas. 14 starting players offensively. Steve, it's exciting, and I love talking numbers and about DraftMasters.
It's really good. It's competitive, and we're all good friends. And this league has really, brought us all together to keep us together as we've gotten older. A lot of us have lived in the same cities at the same time, but now we're all kind of spread out all over the place.
Yeah, we're spread out all over, and absolutely, doing the live auction draft has definitely kept everybody closer. And so this week has been interesting because there's a new sheriff in town. Coming
Yeah,
off of last week, not looking at today's stats, but I look at standings. T-Town was in first with 73 points. Was not last week. Baseball Furies
yep.
in second place with 72. And Highland Park Crushers Garrett in third place with 68 and a half. And you're only 1 point behind in fourth place, 67.5 points. So those are our top four. And our champ, right?
Yep.
He's in first.
Mike.
Yeah, man.
Mike's won two in a row,
Yeah,
right?
he tied with you, and then he won last year. And I don't even know if he listens to the podcast, but very impressive is he's made some good moves. He's always very active on the board, and he often comes up with people I got to look up. I'm like, who's that guy?
And he over the past dang, like literally like a week. I mean, he was at like 58.5 points like a week ago.
Wow.
Eh, So in like 7 or 8 days, he went from 58.5 and he was down in the middle of the pack around sixth. And granted, he had started off better, so he had fallen. But then all of a sudden, he just like turned it around and his past week was on fire. And I don't know if you saw the email that went out today that's like, hey, here's the percentile. We just finished week 10. There's 10 teams. So that's 100 weeks of, stats that we've had 10 teams, 10 weeks. Mike had the number one week of the year this past week.
Well, there you have it, and that's why he's in first place. Wow, that's incredible. He had a wasn't it 8.5 point day?
Yeah. He had an
Yeah,
8.5 point day.
in late May. Very impressive. Numbers were close enough for him to pass people. He's got 34 batting points and 39 pitching points. The Furies in second place, only a point behind, have 41 batting points and 31 pitching points. Both respectable, but a lot more batting points. And then Highland Park Crushers, pretty even, 32 and a half batting points and 36 pitching points. But then big time moonshots, big difference, 41 pitching points, 26 and a half batting points.
Yeah, my pitching's been good. I have more pitching coming, getting ready to come off the IL. I don't have anybody bad enough to drop, and I got too many, so I'm going to have to figure out something.
Figure out something, find some hitters. You definitely need some batting, maybe a trade or find one of those nuggets and those gems. You also, pointing it out, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but also had a very good week and gained, I believe, a good amount of points within the past week.
Yep, I've still been playing really good. I think mine was like 78th percentile,
Right.
where Mike's was 99th percentile, you know.
Yeah, it was an interesting week. Listen, Seatown has been close to the top, but that was a big move, obviously. I mean, wasn't he close to the top at the very beginning of the year? Then he fell down, so it's a big move by Seatown. Furies and Crushers have been kind of in the top four all year long. Big move by you. You haven't really been up in the top four much. I mean,
Yeah,
you've dabbled,
yeah,
dabbled.
yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I'm hanging. I like where I'm going, and I've had some bats get hot. That's kind of helped. I mean, because my hitting used to be down around like 11. Remember?
Right.
Like, I mean, granted, that was 5 weeks ago, but to go from 11 to 26, I'll take it, you know?
Absolutely. I love that move by your team in fourth place now. And then, really, to finish off like the bunch, you have Stony Scrappers in fifth place with 64 points, just 3.5 behind you. And then Ape, the Apocalypse Now, with 61 points, 3 points behind me. So that's the top six. Only 12 points separate one and six.
Yeah, 12 points separates 1 through 6.
And that's nothing because we just saw an 8.5 point day. Now you're probably gonna see less than that, but the point is 1 through 6 really in the mix.
And Mike just made like 15 points in like 10 days.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. That is crazy. What
Yeah.
a couple of weeks for, week and a half for Mike. Behind then is a little division. Then Sluggers at 42.5 points, Baldy with 42 points, and Tommy Baseball with 40.5 points. Struggling, but all of them are pretty active, which I love to see.
Yep. I mean, bad years happen. It is what it is.
Absolutely, and and for all we know, one or two of them could have a few categories that if people get hot, because I think we've looked over some of these teams before, and a lot of them have veterans who have not just really started hitting yet. And, there's a lot of them out there, it seems. And so if some of them get hot, you never know. They could make some move, get into the 50s. You never know, maybe even get into the 60s. There's a lot of season left, like past 2/3. What would you say? 2/5 of the season? What's left,
Yeah.
Steve? Yeah?
Uh, Close enough to 2/3 that I would say it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything can happen, I think. So yeah, I love seeing them active. But nice week for Mike. Nice week and a half. I'm kind of blown away.
It was impressive for sure. We're 36% through the season.
Wow.
So we got
36%. So
64% to go.
which is a lot.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Absolutely.
And especially of all those teams we just mentioned that are struggling, Sluggers, 260, and Tommy. Um, Chris has a lot of, like we talked last week when we broke his team down, he has a lot of big, expensive talent on that team that have just not come through yet. You know?
Yes. So if Chris wanted to find some young people he liked, he could probably make trades later in the season if his team continues to struggle.
Yeah, he's got expensive guys with no keeper desirability that he could easily trade for future young
Well, I think
cheap
they all
people.
do. I think they all do. I think Tommy does, and so does Big Al. Long balls. And Big
Oh
Al
well, sure.
in 10th place with 19 points. He has 6 batting points and 13 pitching points, and that's pretty hard to get 6 batting points. So it's definitely a tough year for Big Al. A lot of
Look,
injuries, a lot of difficulty.
yeah, he got double whammied. This is the second year in a row he's kind of double whammied. Where we actually liked this team both years at the start of the year, and then
Yeah,
it just didn't work
last
out.
2 years too. He got some whammies. Tough to busy
But
or keep
but
interest, and
realistically,
it's tough.
but realistically, he's so far back and he's in the last place and he's got, like you said, 6 hitting points, which is that's hard to do, 6 hitting points.
That is.
Um,
Steve, without
but he's
looking,
got
can you
Juan
guess the
Soto.
category he has two in? Don't lose your train of thought.
Um, Stolen bases.
No, that was the first one I thought too, and I looked.
Yeah. Well, who
Average.
is it?
He's average. He's got a
Average.
241 average, and the
Oh,
Stony
right.
Scrappers with a 232 average.
Yeah, and Eddie actually he's gotten cold there too because I was down around at one point I was at like 240 and Eddie was at 240. Like I was
Absolutely.
battling him for that spot. And now I'm at like I don't know 246 maybe 244 and he's fallen down.
But Eddie's made some great pickups, and and trying to be as active as he can. Like I'm looking at his team now, and I like the Mead pickup and the Duran pickup. These are guys on his team. Perdomo, by the way, has been really stinky poo poo.
Yep. He had that huge breakout year last year, but
Not
has not followed it up.
not followed up. Soto playing well at 44 ranked. Butler hasn't played well, but he's got a few people who could wake up. Walker's playing great. And Reynolds, Brian Reynolds. You and I were talking about him. He's ranked 52 right now.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds is over the last 14 days. I think he's the 25th ranked player. He's been playing well too.
And of course, his
But
injuries are big with Lindor and Altuve.
but what I was gonna say is, yeah, he has Juan Soto, who's like a $50 player in the auction, and he's delivering. He's playing well.
Yep,
He's a top five player over the
yep,
past 14 days.
yep.
You know, if you were gonna trade anything, you would trade him and like get something legit, right?
I
I mean,
would
that'd be
think
the trade.
that's the trade, and you could get some good young players. You'd have to really target the people you really want to get, though. So you'd have to look into it. But also, listen, I think Walker and Reynolds could also bring him stuff. Maybe not obviously as high stuff as Soto, but they're having good enough seasons. Someone may bite for them too. And
Yeah,
Vargas, although Vargas is a guy you might want to keep, but whatever, you're all in. He's ranked 27th. Vargas, did you
yeah,
hear what I said? He's ranked 27th. He's batting 232, but he has 13 homers, 42 runs, 34 ribbies, and 9 stolen bases. You know, so another very tradable guy as we move forward.
yes. Vargas, and he's another one. Crazy. He's an extreme example of how Rick loves Jordan Walker so much, right? You're like, hey, he was good, and no one believed in it, and eventually someone believes, and maybe they get lucky, maybe they don't, because a week later he turns back into a pumpkin. Rick scored on Jordan Walker, and it looks like Eddie scored on Vargas.
Yeah, Vargas is playing great. And if you look at his last year, it wasn't bad. It wasn't really great like this year, but he played well last year. It's nice to see him getting the at bats and playing so well. So, anything else you have to say about the standings? We can go into the transactions of the week.
Yeah, let's do the transactions.
Let's do those transactions. We had some interesting ones as always. I don't know if anyone's been bid on in the past week though, beyond $1. Um, so May 26th, I had Bubba Chandler getting picked up and Jack Perkins getting dropped by Seatown. There's a $3 bid, right? Actually, start right there. What I said we didn't have.
Who
I,
originally gave up on Bubba Chandler?
I don't know, but I see why. I don't know if anyone else picked up who bid on, but $3. I see why. Because if you want Bubba Chandler, you bid $3. Make sure you get Bubba Chandler. I don't know who had Bubba Chandler and gave up on Bubba Chandler.
Yeah,
Just like saying the name Bubba Chandler. So Baldy then picked up Win and dropped Michael King. Michael King at one time a very highly sought starting pitcher.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of peculiar. I mean, I know Baldy's way out there in innings, but
Well, there you go. You just hit it. Who we picked up was Keaton Wynn, a relief pitcher for San Francisco. So that could be it. So there could be some nuggets being dropped by Baldy if you're looking for starters. Curtis Mead was then picked up by Big Al, and you and I were talking about Curtis Mead, and I wanted Curtis Mead. Was looking at Curtis Mead the day before. Big Al picked up Curtis Mead. I like Curtis Mead's upside. And what were you saying about Curtis Mead earlier?
I looked him up too. He's from Australia.
Australia, that's what it was. From Australia, lighting it up, plays multiple positions.
And his underlying stats are real good. Like his walk rate is great. His strikeout rate is great. His hard hit rate is great.
Yeah.
So it looks like some stuff is sustainable.
Absolutely. He plays first, second, and third. He's only batting 242, but his on base percentage is 359. That's very respectable. 8 homers, 25 ribbies with 26 runs in only 45 games. So really decent stats for a guy coming out of nowhere. Well, coming from Australia, Steve. Coming from down under.
Yeah, regular Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, I like the story though of the guy from Australia just signed, right? This is his first year in the majors.
Yeah, I think he was an international free agent.
Love it. Love the story. So we got that one. We start there. Anything else jumping out at you that you want to talk about from there on?
Well, just scrolling up. I mean, Mike jumping on Casey Mize
Sure.
as an IL guy, but he's coming back. He's pitching well.
Paduccia
Um,
was dropped, the catcher from
yeah,
Tampa Bay. Oh,
yeah, we
Francia.
had to look him up last week, I think, when Mike picked him up.
Jeffrey Springs was
$20
also
million.
picked up. Another starter who can give you good innings. Sonny Gray given up on by Seatown.
In- Interesting because Sonny Gray's got decent numbers. I think he's picked him up and dropped him twice. No, just once, maybe just once.
Sonny
But yeah,
Gray, he's had
I
some good innings this year, I do know.
yeah, actually looks pretty good. Really, I mean,
He'll be
uh,
picked up by somebody, maybe even by the time we get
yeah,
to the end of the thread. Brian King, relief pitcher, I picked up. He's gotten some saves, and I looked him up last year, and he had like 27 holds. And I'm like, oh, well, that's his role, hold or save. I'm good with it. So he had
yep,
decent ERA and whip. So I took him Brian King. Abner Uribe, picked up by Seatown, another relief pitcher. Thought the same thing. Jeffrey Springs dropped. I hope Jeffrey Springs gave him a good start. So we'll see.
yeah,
Oh no, I don't know. 11:36 on Tuesday and dropped at 11:05. So yes, yes, I would think. Maybe got that start. Will Klein was picked up by me, and Bryson Stott was dropped to Philly. I love the Phillies, but Will Klein, he only has like 6 holds. But I've been watching the Dodgers, and he's throwing really well. And I see Dave Roberts trusting him a little more. And I was just like, because he got starting pitcher too, so that's why I picked him up because I already
got
had
it.
5 pitchers in the RP and Ps. So I'm like, Will Klein, I like what I'm seeing. He's an SP also, so I'm going to pick him up. So that's why I picked up Will Klein. Mackenzie Gore, the starter, so much upsides when it comes to strikeouts. Last year, many strikeouts, right? Or was that the year before? Picked up a Seatown Casey Mize drop.
Yeah, I guess Mike didn't want to wait for Mize to come off the IL
Maybe had to put somebody on
or
the
they,
IL, make some space.
yeah, or
Mackenzie,
Mackenzie Gore is a gamble though, man. That is such a
yes,
gamble because
such a gamble. A
the
lot of
outcome
strikeouts.
could be anything. How the outcome could be anything.
Yeah, he was really thought of highly a year or two ago, with just too many runs scored, too many wild. It's a little wild, but a lot of strikeouts. Like I said, Robbie Snelling was dropped by the Furies. How do you say Chase's last name, Steve?
Madroith.
Madroith. Chase Madroith was picked up by Baldy, and Nick Gonzalez was dropped. Little infield move seems to make sense. Then Jesus
Oh, sorry.
Sanchez.
Yeah,
Jesus Sanchez was picked up, and Justin Foscue, just a neat name, Foscue, was dropped by Baldy. Sanchez is the guy who got hit by the ball
got it.
by the
Yep.
from the stands by that kid. Yandres Gomez was picked up by you, relief pitcher from Minnesota, looking for some holds. And Graham Ashcroft, relief pitcher on the IL, was dropped.
Yeah, Ashcroft got injured and he's going to be out for a while, which is a
Right.
bummer because there's a Schultz guy. He was pitching really well for me. I mean,
Yeah, he was
and he
throwing well.
he had a couple of blow ups. Otherwise, his numbers would look fucking godhead. He's really been good for me, so that was a bummer. But he's going to be gone for a while, and my IL slots are all full.
Jacob Gonzalez was picked up, second baseman from the White Sox. Aaron Nola was dropped. He's out. That's new. I didn't see that. Did you know about Aaron Nola being out? What does it say? I want to. Oh, he's on paternity list, so he's okay. He just has another baby. You know what I've always found, Steve? Pitchers pitch really well when they come back from having a baby. That first start.
Well, Nola needs it because he's been stinko.
Oh, stinky poo poo, without a doubt. Mason Montgomery picked up by the Furies, a relief pitcher.
Hey,
Furies leading,
that
yes.
the guy Jacob Gonzalez that
Yeah,
Tom picked up to drop
yeah.
Nola, he's having a great year for the White Sox. He's another great prospect for them. Like I think he's
Wow.
got like almost 20 home runs.
Are they giving him ABs up in the show?
They would have to.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
wouldn't
call
call
that
him up
guy up.
unless they're,
So
yeah, that
yeah,
guy's absolute. Well, that's great to hear. Great pickup by Tommy Beesbo. Mason Montgomery was picked up, like I said, by the Furies. Release pitcher. Our leader in solds, I believe, is the Furies. Michael McGreevy was picked up, and Mackenzie Gore was dropped by Seatown. Mackenzie Gore had enough of Seatown was done with him.
I'm just kind of shocked how many pick up and drop starts Mike has been doing. That seems like the third one.
Yes, yes. But we do not know if he got starts from them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if they're in the starting lineup. We're guessing they were. Orion Kirkering was picked up, and Garrett Whitlock was dropped by you. Kirkering, a good guy for Solds. And then talk to me about.
Another
Yeah, go ahead, Kirkering.
another thing. Same thing as my last one. Whitlock got injured.
Yeah, he
He's
was
out at
throwing
least
well.
2 weeks, throwing well. And then now they were saying they wanted to delay him throwing because of another issue, and
No room in your
I
IL.
don't no room in my IL, so I had to make a move.
So, and Kirkering worth it. You know, Kirkering, of course, did that big faux pas in the playoffs against the Dodgers last year, but
Yeah,
Kirkering, a quality release pitcher, just a young guy getting some souls. Talk to me about Colin Culpepper. Kalen.
I don't.
Kalen. I
I
think.
don't know. I don't know about Culpepper.
Well, Kalen Culpepper is a shortstop in the minor leagues for the Minnesota Twins, and it was picked up by Tommy Baseball, who we just commended picking up another young guy from the White Sox. So good for him finding some gems out there. But I'm going to guess Culpepper is pretty good. He was promoted from Double A Wichita after hitting 293 with 9 homers and 15 stolen bases in 54 games for High A Cedar Rapids. So he's just gotten promoted to Double A. He was a first round overall pick in the
He
2024 first year player draft.
Yeah, he was a 21st player, so he's a first round pick, drafted out of Kansas State, and yeah, he's 23 years old. So
There's
Tom must have
somebody
read
he's
something
stashed
and
in.
liked it.
He's like I'm going to stash him as long as it takes. I like that. If you got that M position open, the minor league position
Yeah,
open, that's a decent little stash.
yeah, decent stash for sure.
And then Big Al long
Look,
balls,
sometimes you,
yes. Call Kalen, yes. Call Pepper,
yeah, well, I'm
yeah.
just saying, sometimes, when you might be like, I want to fill my M slot, my minor league slot, and you might go look, and you might go through 7, 8 names before you find one that's still out there and available, and if you got a slot, grab them.
Absolutely. And I like what I read about him. So that's a nice pickup for Tommy. And then Brant Hurter, a relief pitcher for Detroit, was dropped on the IL for Big Al. So those are the transactions this past week. There's been some incredible movement in the standings. And as we said, the top six and the bottom four, there is a big division. But the top six are tight. Only 12 points separate them. And this is so far, a very fun year for all those top six, especially.
Let's break down a team.
Sure. Who do you want to do?
Um,
Mm,
I see two in mind, but
mm,
let's do Zach.
Okay, we'll do Zach. Next week, we'll do Rick. Okay, so this week, when you talk about Zach, I always have to lead off with this. I know we're going to go by the numbers of the ranking, but this is a top ranking one, and I'll wait till we get to them until I say it. So Zach's got some highly ranked players. I mean, look at those. He's got two in the top 10
I mean, just looking down his
hitters wise.
rankings.
I'm not
Yeah,
looking at
I'm
his
just
pitchers.
looking at his hitters year to date, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the top 50. Then he's got 56. So nine of the
Uh,
top 56,
56.
and
Wow.
then 10 of the top 89. That's 10 hitters.
That is crazy. His best ranked player is, Ben Rice having a great year. 44 runs, 44 ribbies. He's batting 306 with 17 home runs. Great guy to have as your catcher because he's playing first base a lot, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
getting the at bats. He's playing all the time. I mean, 196 at bats,
Did he draft him or keep him?
44 and 44. Kept him.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
that's what you would say is a great keep. Um, Maybe easy, but
Yeah.
also great. Then his next best
I
player is
mean,
another great keeper. Go ahead about Ben Rice.
yeah. The keeper. Yeah. Just cheap. when you got a cheap keeper for $5 and he's ranked number five, I mean, that's a win a
Yeah,
hundred times over.
the next guy's the same thing. He's ranked number 7, Pages.
Yep. Andy Pages,
His salary is
however you
6,
say
a
his name.
keeper. Is it keeper? Played, yeah, Pages.
Yeah. Ranked number 7. That's crazy talk. Both
Yeah,
those guys.
294, 13 homers, 36 ribbies, runs, 50 ribbies, 36 runs, 50 ribbies already, 7 stolen bases.
50
He
ribbies.
50 ribbies. He's on now. Granted, he's on a team that gives him a lot of opportunity, but 50 ribbies.
I know. It's just, it's insulting to the rest of baseball that the Dodgers' best hitter is, you know, makes like 800 grand a year. But that's what they got. They struck gold with this kid.
And then they struck gold. Absolutely. I mean, even last year they kind of benched him because he got. I mean, cold is cold, and but they brought him in for that great defensive play, and he rose to the occasion. So that was just exciting. Pajes having a great year. Then the next top 20 player would be Olson, his first baseman. Correct.
Yeah. He's got Olson ranked number 17, Byron Buxton ranked 28, Mike Trout, who he drafted for $5 at 29,
Mike
Bryce
Trout.
Terang.
Hold on, Mike
He
Trout, real
kept Bryce.
quick.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, real quick. Glad to see him playing well. He's got 45 runs, 31 ribbies, 14 homers, 5 stolen bases,
Yeah.
which is, more than he's only batting 242. His stolen base is 410, though, just to let you know.
Yeah, I mean, the only bad stat is his batting average. Every
Yeah.
other number is fucking great. It's
By the
what
way,
you
the
would
5
expect
stolen
from Mike
bases, I
Trout.
mean, the last so many years is 2, 6, 2, 1, 2, 1. In 2019, he had 11. So he's on pace for, those bigger bases. Mike, good to see you running. But yeah, 241 average on base. He would be really great at 410. It's nice to see Mike Trout healthy and playing well, Mr. Romano. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep, I would agree. Because I
He's,
don't like, it's always a bummer when great guys in their 20s have injury riddled 30s.
yeah.
But I mean, but yeah, I mean, if he goes 35-10
Oh,
with 100 runs,
he's on pace for more than 10 and like 80 some ribbies.
yeah, 100 runs, 80 ribbies. And, the ribbies aren't his fault if he hit
Nope.
35 home runs. And if he has a
Absolutely.
400 on base and a 900 OPS, that's up. Come on, yeah, it's a
If he
great
bats
comeback year for him.
242 to 250, it's okay too, actually.
Yeah, kind of average in today's
In
game.
today's game,
You know,
absolutely. So he's got some really nice players. And who's you were saying is next at 30 something, 34, Terang.
right? Yeah, Bryce Terang, a keeper for $11 at 34. Otto
Another keeper.
Lopez.
Look at that, though,
Yeah,
Steve. His keepers are coming through for him. He has 3 keepers we reviewed, all for
Bryce
11 or under,
Pajes.
and Terang,
Yeah,
all ranked 34 or
Terang.
lower. Pretty impressive.
Otto
Uh,
Lopez 40 is ranked 46. He got him for $1.
Hold it. I just got to
Um,
say, Olson's also a keeper. Obviously, a
oh,
higher
Olsen
ranked
was a
keeper,
keeper.
but it's $30, but still another keeper producing. So,
Yeah,
who you're just saying?
Otto Lopez
Yes, I just see Ala
ranked
Lopez.
46.
Look at him. Let's see.
Brandon Lau.
32 runs, 24 ribbies, 10 stolen bases. He's batting 326 out of Lopez. Wow. Brandon Lau? Sure. Good
Ranked
old Brandon Lau.
49,
14 homers. Sure. 14
having
homers,
his best year.
36 runs, 37 ribbies. Yeah, I like it. He's batting 260. Very respectable.
And then your boy, Liam Hicks.
Okay, so I dropped Liam Hanks. I thought I had good catches, and I do. I'm really happy with Bigler, and Perez is going to play 156 games because he just plays, and I love that. And I've had him before, and I'm a big fan. But in hindsight, Steve, I gotta say, I probably shouldn't have dropped Liam Hicks. Now he has, I don't want to say slowed up, but cooled down just a bit. He's still playing very well. He's batting 268.
Yep.
He's got 11 homers, 45 ribbies. He keeps knocking in the runs and 27 runs, which is a little low, but not so bad, really. So he's slowed up, but overall, there's a guy playing a lot because he does, catch at first base. DH for them. I just really messed up.
Yeah, and even though he has slowed down recently, and so he's not going to meet his projected numbers. I mean, he's got 45 RBI. He could have given you probably 35 of those, you know,
Absolutely. Well, here's
from
a
the
question.
catcher position.
Here's a question for you. Now, I mean, it's easy to look up and see who's what. But one of the reasons was I really liked Dingler and Perez going into the season and when the season started, and and I was like, sometimes it's hard when you have three catchers who are good and you don't know who to play. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I get it for sure.
I was just like, oh, I really want to play Dingler. I'm a big believer in Perez, and Dingler hit 2 homers today, by the way, so he'll move up in the rankings. But when I say that, Hicks is the fourth ranked catcher.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of at bats.
And Dingler is the 10th ranked catcher. Now, both Dingler and Hicks have 190 at bats exactly, so that's interesting. And just for shits and giggles, Perez has 218 hits. So you see, I have two guys that play a lot.
Yep, you
So
do.
that was my dilemma, but I still rather have him because I'd put him at DH or corner, or he's playing better than Machado. So yeah, but he is slowing up. So what I suspected to happen sooner may be happening a little later. But good for Zach, a great pickup after
Well,
I dropped him.
sure. Exactly. So not only has Zach had a lot of success with keepers, he's had a lot of success with cheap draft picks, and now he had an incredible success at catcher with a waiver pickup in Liam Hicks.
Absolutely, and think
He
about it.
and
Yeah,
right after that, he's got another one because ranked 89 is Alec Burleson, who was another waiver pickup for him.
he no,
Someone
is.
cut bait on Alec
Oh, that's right.
Burleson.
Someone else drafted him and he picked him up. That's right.
Yeah. So there's another guy who, I mean, he's hitting 281, ranked 89.
That's crazy.
Who wouldn't take that? Every one of us could use an outfielder like that.
And then
He picked up Brooks Lee. Okay, now we're out of the top 100, though. So, yeah. And then he's got Brooks Lee, Austin
118.
Riley's ranked 166. That's one of his best guys. He's just not playing well. Jackson Merrill should be one of his core best guys. He's ranked 194, having a horrible season. God,
Horrible.
there's so many underachieving hitters on the Padres.
Yeah.
Kind of
And
crazy.
Tanaka, he picked up, plays second base left field for the White Sox. His rank is deceiving, obviously, because he's played less. He came up. So those guys who come up a month in, the rank is probably hard to hear. You got to separate it by, how long he's been playing. But he's been playing well for him, a guy I hadn't dropped. I like his
Yeah,
upside.
you jumped on him early and rightfully so. Gave up on him because he wasn't really worth holding the roster slot. Zach got him,
And he's
and now
playing
he's been
better.
playing fucking great.
Yeah, he's been playing
Yeah,
a lot better. So yeah, just a guy I kicked. So he has two guys I kicked myself for dropping. So and then his pitching is really good. I mean, he does have the number one ranked player in the game.
Jacob Mizorowski from the Brewers, ranked number one. And when you watch him, he's filthy, and he just throws over 100 like constantly. It's vicious.
12 starts, he's 6-2. In 71 innings, he has 108 Ks, Steve. In 71 innings, he has
Dang.
1.65 ERA and a 0.79 WHIP.
His K per nine is 13.69.
So he's
That's
good.
just
I didn't he just
it's
have
an
one
incredible
start?
number for a starter.
He had one start. We had like over 50 pitches were over 100 miles per hour, I think I read.
I didn't
I kid
read
you
that, but
not.
it's
Like they
very
said, read over
believable.
40 or 50 pitches of his last start were over 100 miles per hour. I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, he's
And I
good.
know
He's
he's had multiple innings where every pitch in the inning is 100 plus.
so once
You know?
again a guy with a high upside that he picked up sometime last year. He was a keeper, right?
Yep.
He picked him up for
Yep.
$2, so he wanted him. So he bid two, make sure he got him last year. Whenever it is, he picked him up and kept him for 7. And another keeper really coming through for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Zach dropped Logan Henderson last year to grab Mizorowski.
Wow,
And at the time, I was pumped because I had been going for Henderson. And I had Logan Henderson. He was on my roster at the end of the year. Um,
pitched well.
but I think he was injured. I think he
He was
finished the
injured at
year
the
out. I'm
very end,
not
but he pitched
sure.
well last year.
Yeah. So I was excited that I was like, wow, I can't believe Zach did that. But here it is, almost a full year later. Pretty genius now because Mizorowski could be the best pitcher in the game.
He is the best pitcher in the game. I mean, currently, for sure, without a doubt, and might be overall. So besides that, he looks like pitching wise, he's got McClanahan at 59.
Yep, he's pitching really good.
Yeah,
That
six
was a
wins,
$0
102,
reserve guy.
102 whip, 2.45 ERA. Very nice. Six wins, very nice. And then he's got what, Meyer from Miami?
Pick, yep, Meyer's a young kid with a lot of upside. I think I've picked him up and dropped him probably 4 times over the past 2 years.
Well, he's picked him up for $2 this year. He's got 5 wins, a 109 whip, and a 2.97 ERA. Pitching really well. That was a good $2 pickup.
Yeah,
And then next would you'd have to go all the way to Varland, correct? His next
yep,
best
Varlin
pitcher.
is ranked 86. And
He's coming out of the pen.
he's got
Got
11.75 shoulds,
8 saves and 5 holds. However that works with the
a
percentages,
point,
1.75.
yeah, a .29 ERA, .29
That is crazy talk, Steve.
in 31 innings.
That's like, yeah, that's crazy talk. Is that like one run? That's just crazy. Um, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and then
Let's take a look. Let's see. He is yeah, this is crazy. Oh, that didn't have his earned what didn't have his earned runs here? That's BS. Um, that's crazy talk. Farland pitching well. And then
yeah,
after that, he's
and
nobody
he's got
really
Scoob.
jumps out.
Yeah, Scooble has fallen to 162 because he's missed time, but we
What's
know
his
about him.
comeback date? Have you heard?
They were excited last I saw.
I heard
Now
that
they're
too.
saying expected to be out until June 17th. 6 hours ago, he worked 4 innings in a simulated game, 10 swings and misses out of 64 pitches, substantial increase in workload from his last simulated game. Looks like everybody's happy about everything. So maybe 2.5 more weeks.
Well, he could definitely use him back. He picked up Ryan Weathers, a decent pickup, and he was pitching really well. But in the last 3 games, he has 2 starts, 5 innings, and 6.2 and 5.1 of 5 earned runs given up. So Ryan Weathers not pitching very well anymore. He was pitching well. Zebby Matthews, a very high upside guy who just exploded after 3 good starts. He started in May 14th with his first start.
Yeah.
3 great starts. He got lit up by Pittsburgh. 7 earned runs in 4.1 innings. Did have 7 Ks, so he's throwing hard. But Zebby Matthews a big blow up, but definitely upside on that guy. Anyone else stand at you that you know could be helping him? He picked up Grayson at Rodriguez, which is he did pitch 5 innings, 1 run his last start. Remember Grayson Rodriguez? He was pretty good once, and then he got injured.
He
Tommy
yeah,
John, I
looking
think.
at his team, he's got I mean, it's kind of he's top heavy, right? He's got like great pitching. It's not very deep. Doesn't have a lot of starters because Matthews and Grayson Rodriguez, whatever. And he's, got a bunch of guys in his bullpen for Scholz.
Right. He does. Can I bring up real quick? I noticed Sabrowski is from Cleveland is on the IL, has 12 shoulds on the IL. At least it does on my app. Um,
Yeah,
he's
12.75.
12.75. So on the app, it doesn't break it down. And then Varland, he's got a lot of guys getting sold. Then Varland with 11. Strohan's picking up. Lynch, Taylor, Holderman's picked up some more. John Montgomery. I mean, he is the league leader in holds.
He's got 8 guys on
Sold.
his team right now that have that have received Schultz this year?
So I
One,
was
two, three, four, five.
second, or was first for a while. I'm now fourth. I have 50.5. Ahead of me is Mike with 50.75, and then you with
Where am I?
52.25, and then Baseball Furies in first with 54 points in the Schultz
Yeah,
category.
yeah, but I mean, I'm coming on. Like I've passed by everybody
You have. You've come on really strongly. Zach has done obviously well too to
for
take over first, and Seatown
for
also.
Schultz. I'm
For
just saying.
Schultz.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for Schultz, I totally agree. Which is out there for the pickings, but there are less people to really find. But there's still gems out there to get, and as the season goes on, managers will gain the trust of other pitchers who will start to get more holds and stuff, and so there will be guys out there to pick up. But obviously, the guys who are valuable now are the guys who are relief pitchers who also have SP.
yes,
Yes, you
yep,
really only have five relief spots, so to get more, you need those guys. Steve, real quick, let's go over before we get off. Fun season, great movement in the standings, and we're only, 36%, I think you said. Tell me real quick who leads in innings pitched and who leads in at bats. Two fun categories because it really does matter.
yeah. I have. Let's see. Well, at bats, the lead leaguer is Stony Scrappers.
Getting them games played. I hope
Yeah,
I'm hoping not two plus, but I think I'm pretty good.
you're at 3,121. So 3121. And I am second at 3090.
Okay, not too
So
far
I'm
behind.
23 at bats behind you.
Nice.
39, 30,
30, 30,
3098.
30.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zach's tied with me. Zach's
Wha-
tied with me at
Exactly.
3098.
You and Zach have the exact amount of bats going into today. Crazy.
So yeah, we're all within 23 at bats, me, you, and Zach. Then Rick's at 3055. Mike's at 3010.
Got it.
Then you get down to Baldy's at 2964. Garrett's 2950.
Okay, stop.
Tom's 2943. Yep.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Hunter's at 2863. And then Eddie's at 2541.
So we were talking about the top six, and five of the top six in at bats are guys in the top six in the standings. Baldy has more at bats than Garrett, though, you said. So that's the one anomaly. But yes, interesting. At bats definitely can correspond to good stats, and five of the top teams have, the most at bats.
Yeah, I mean, and not throwing shade, just saying, you're 600 at bats ahead of Eddie.
Right.
That's
What
one.
about ninth place? How
That's
many?
I'm,
How,
I'm but I'm just saying that's a full time player for the
that's a whole
course of
position. It's a whole position.
155
Yeah,
games.
that's a whole position already.
Yeah,
36%
for a
into the
season.
season.
For a
Yeah, and we're,
season.
and we're
Yeah.
36% into the season. So let's talk about pitching though, because always interesting to see who's getting their at bats, who's ahead in the innings, and this is a category you don't want to be too far ahead, but
No,
always
you don't want to
interesting
be
to
too
look at.
far ahead, and you don't want to be too far back. You got to
Right?
try to pace it.
Yes. Yes.
Um, Baldy's at 549, and then Garrett's at 528. So Baldy really has come back. At one point, he was like 100 innings ahead.
Wow. So he made the decision, and so he's definitely slowed up his intake of innings.
Yeah, he's only 21 innings ahead of Garrett now. So there's that. Zach is at 526, only two behind Garrett. You know,
Wow. Wow.
um, Rick at 511, Sluggers at 510, Stony at 489,
Huh.
Big Time at 479,
Right.
then Tom at 478, Mike at 454,
A little
and
low.
then Big Al at 364. So Mike, ninth in innings, but he's currently in first place.
Right. He has 39 pitching points. And so I want to check real quick. He's second in ERA, his second in WHIP. So those are the two categories that more innings could affect badly.
Right. Where is he
So
in strikeouts, though?
in strikeouts, that's a very good question, Steve. I'm really glad you asked that. In strikeouts, he is third, actually. So that says something. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. Now
And not only
he's
that,
60. He's 60 behind second, and 74 behind first. But still, he's way down in innings per nine. He's got to be up
and
there.
going to his team, he's on pace for 1255 innings.
Wow.
So even though he's ninth in innings, it's not like he's drastically off pace of the 1300 limit.
Right, and you
It's
and
just
I are
that
like
so many,
30 or 40 above him.
yeah. It's
So
just that there's a
we're on
few.
target. There's a lot of people ahead of the pace.
Yes, exactly. There's like three or four teams. There's probably three teams that are way ahead of the pace, and then three teams that are like on pace. And then, Mike's just a little behind, but he could make that up easy. Easy.
He's the lead, but he's in second in ERA and WHIP. So he's got to have the right players to help him make it up. And whatever he could gain in wins and Ks, he could lose in ERA and WHIP. So it is a trade off, right? Like, do I want to purposely get all those innings, or just the ship is going pretty good right now? You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm okay. I got, 39 pitching points, which is second best to 41 you. So he's doing okay the way it's going. But he obviously has some high strikeout pitchers.
Yeah. I mean, what's his K per nine? His K per nine must be sick.
Yeah.
Well, he leads the league. He leads the league with a 10.31 K per
There
nine.
you go. There you go. That is sick. So first place with room to improve, but also got to be aware of the ERA and WHIP. So we got a lot of baseball yet, 64% or something like that. So I'm loving it.
Yep. Six.
64,
We
yeah.
got plenty of games left. Yeah,
We do have plenty of
64%.
games left, and the top six are tight enough that really anybody could win it still. So very exciting. Hopefully, some of the bottom four will also rise. This has been the Draft Masters Talk here on June 1st, 2026. Steve,
Great day. Had a good
always
time.
always fun talking baseball, talking Draft Masters. I'm Denner Day. That's Steve Romano. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
Have a good one.